Adult kick scooters are very limited in terms of how many different ones are available on the market. There isn't exactly a plethora of options to choose from when purchasing one. Razor and Fusion are two of the most reputable scooter companies, but Rimable also has an offering of their own. I'm Giovanni Rodriguez, and this is my review of the Rimable Adult Kick Scooter. You can find it on Amazon for about $110 in both black and white models. Straight out of the box, you'll be getting the scooter along with a carrying strap and some instructions. Opening the scooter took a bit more effort than I expected, but I'm sure this can be aided by oiling it. There's also a locking mechanism to keep it in place, but it felt sturdy enough that I didn't need to tighten it up too much. Before we get further into the lower half, up top we have the T-tube that has an adjustable height to 3 different positions, and also you can collapse the handlebars to make the scooter even more compact during storage. Now taking a look at the wheels, they're made out of polyurethane and are 200mm or nearly 8 inches in diameter, making them really good for handling bumps. I really like the style of the brake compared to ones on other scooters because it covers more of the wheel and gives you more area to rest your foot on. If you're riding it at night, there's also a nifty little reflector that'll make it easier for you to be seen. As for the grip on the deck, it serves its purpose and it's generously sized as well. On one side of the scooter we have a kickstand that comes in handy when you have to get off the scooter but don't need to fully collapse it. However, I would have liked to see a better implementation because it doesn't rest flat on the ground when I collapse it. This makes it really difficult for me to set it down when I'm at school or even at home. Above the front wheel we have a fender, and directly above it we have the front wheel suspension. Underneath we also have rear suspension. Both of these help reduce the amount of bumps felt, and they work really well at doing that. More importantly, they work great for riding over sidewalk ramps and asphalt. During my time using the scooter, it was great for bumpy rides, but the suspension does make it slightly more difficult to push the scooter since you're also kind of pushing down on the suspension with your other foot. Also, the deck is a bit higher compared to other scooters because of that added room for the suspension, which is kind of a positive and negative thing. On the positive side, you could go over uneven surfaces and debris easier, but on the negative side, that also means that you have to bend your non-pushing leg more than you would have to with a shorter deck. Over longer rides, this does increase fatigue, and I found myself switching which leg I pushed with. However, this wasn't a big issue on shorter rides. I think that the most important thing to consider when purchasing the scooter is its weight. It's definitely not a light scooter at a little over 12 pounds. This compares to something like the Razor A5 Lux, which weighs 8.5 pounds, and the Fusion City Glide that weighs 10. This doesn't come as a surprise though when you consider the added suspension that its competitors don't have. While it isn't completely unwieldy, you'll feel the difference if you have to carry it around a lot. I'd recommend using the shoulder strap to make it easier to carry around. Overall, the ride has been good, and I think it's one of the more pleasing designs for a scooter I've seen. In my testing, I've been impressed by the aluminum build, and it's held up well thus far. Speaking about that, I noticed on Amazon that some reviewers had their scooters literally falling apart as they rode. I've been using it for about 2 months now, and it still feels really sturdy. If anything, I'll attribute this to a quality control issue which Rimable should improve. So in the end, I think it all comes down to preference. Would you rather have a smoother, heavier, but marginally more difficult to push scooter, or a different scooter that's lighter, yet bumpier? So that concludes my review of the Rimable Adult Kick Scooter. Thanks to the Rimable team for sending us out for reviewing purposes. If you guys enjoyed the review, please leave a like and comment to support the channel. Share this video with people who may be interested, and click that subscribe button for more videos.